How do I make this thing not show up? And this. I don't know phishing attempts in game messages. I won't get phishing attempts in game messages if I don't have the messages open. Thank you. Alright, Alfie, what's up? It would seem you're about to discuss with their friends at the Rising Stones. I feel like my mic volume is off or something like that. I don't know, I can't tell. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defiles our president it necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. Ooh, yeah, that'd be not good. The Carlian Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Red! It is better that we continue this conversation. Alright, gotta go all the way back over here. Bye, Alfie. I'll meet you there. Oh no, my maximum gil! Like, if you don't care about buying houses in this game, what is there to spend money on? Like, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna get my music next. What do you talk about? What is this for? Oh, dungeon, okay. Ow, my water bottle is stuck. Alright, gotta go talk to MILF. Let's go. Ugh, my ear hurts a lot today. Hey!
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Weigh your propositions carefully. What does that even mean?
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Mm-hmm.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
Hooray, special snowflakes. We love those.
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Oh. Forgot I tabbed out.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
No, again! I was just there!
Sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
It'll be fine. Hold on, I think I messed up my noise gate. Just a bit. Okay, let's complete that. Right, hold on, I'm gonna eat this real quick. Okay. Let me discover that also for knowledge on Midsummer, given his great age, I dare say it appears in more than a few. You hear that? That commotion outside. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, let's go. Okay. Alright, what ruckus is there outside? Oh well? It's so weird, like, seeing the Mikore height, and then you just, like, go over to a normal person, and there's, like, oh. Anyways, Alfie, what's up? Okay, bye. Rent! As well, you were on hand, we have a problem. Whereas this escaped shortly after the Motorflight took her custody. They placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial. Apparently, the accommodation was not to their liking. Turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. This place she received inside help. This report seen her quitting the city via the gate of Null. With a bloodied spear in her hand. Makes for Castrum Meridionum, I'm certain of it, with her fate in yours as good as sealed. What recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? But as you speak, Captain Ilbert and the first are hot upon Roy's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Bwam, 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 bwam. They're so smudgy. It was raining yesterday, so me constantly cleaning my glasses while heading home was smudge everything, I guess. Where's that? Hey, this is why I am thankful for teleportation. It's like even with Chocoboko, it takes forever. Where am I going? This way. Eelbird! Hey. But thanks for coming. I've spoken with the soldier. They say that I walked to the camp not a bell ago. So less than an hour ago. Okay. Walked right through. You did not miss here. We have Orwell's decision to keep the matter secret. Thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame of the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. As must not be allowed to reach Cabs on North Amsterdam. Okay. Have I spoken to the Chocoboko keep? No. Where am I going? I have no idea. Where is this? No. This. Here. Let's go. Alright. What does the second fortune cookie say? I don't really eat much in the mornings. I don't typically eat until like around the time I end stream normally. Smile like you mean it. Gross. What about this other one that I have? I have a lot of fortune cookies. I've ordered too much food in the past, I don't know, month. Too much. I mean, it's like $5 here and there, but each time I get like a you know, fortune cookie. No. Albert, there you are. Hey. Level 6, in fact. Okay, let's go then. I like being higher than the recommended level so it sinks me down and I don't have to level grind while I don't know. Uh-oh. This wretch says, "I this mistress might escape." Uh-oh. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No lady even to her own spits. With me, son, we almost have her. Okay. Reading is hard. Reading out loud. I can read, roll fast. Oh, Magitech armor. Or machine thing, I don't know what it's called. You. I remember you. Oh no, kill the rest for healings here! Oh boy. Show them no quarter! What? I can't move! Oh wait, these are the hands! Wait, I remember these in WoF. Remember where they were like the little mountable monsters that you could get in your party? Ooh, you cannot stand against. Oh. They have healers. Kill them first. Uh-oh. Ow. I can't tell who's who. Ah. Oh my goodness, I heard a jump scare noise outside. Do you have any buddies here? Well, hold on. This might be pointless, but... Yep. Okay, whatever. Forgive our lateness. Ah! What? Are you kidding me? I died. Whatever. I'll get it done. Oh my, I forgot. I keep forgetting that I need to heal myself. Ah! Whatever. Alright, what does my third fortune cookie say? Meh. It says, your hopeful nature will be handsomely rewarded. I sure hope so. I'll totally stand back here and heal everyone. Ow, my hand is hurting. What? I thought I fixed that. You really aren't paying me enough, haha. I should probably get this thing. Wait, what is the objective here? You know what, let's do easy mode. Cause I clearly I didn't die. I don't know what the I feel like I missed something. Nom nom nom. I did have chili sauce this whole time. I was upsetty spaghetti because I thought I didn't have enough, but I did. Well, I don't know which one is a healer and which one is not, so. You. Oh my goodness, stop, please. I just wanna... Oh my goodness, that's fine, whatever. Oh my goodness, I'm getting blasted! Okay, I did it! Totally wasn't irritating at all. Gasp! Hand! Binder, undo it tight! Yes, sir! Eats the cyanide pill. Good work, man! She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, the respected officer of the Immortal Age. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It's sad to me to see you fall so low. Oh, and you know, though, you're spoiled little lording who's never known any want. You're right. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's given right to rule over others. You do not apply the injustice that we low-bornish guardians must endure towards the noble lords and ladies. We are not people, but resources to be consumed. They would have had to do is start stealing, killing you, or without. Ugh. It is no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I join the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you the only person to ever have suffered. Any place we found Robert was born in poverty, as was I. We lived hand in mouth with little more than shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor do we begrudge others in their fortunes. We accept the hand we've been dealt and play to the best of our ability. I mean, Why not just accept it, but also be a big hater of the rich people? Why not just do both? You can do both. People don't really become rich through, you know, their own good deeds. Normally along the line, some people are, you know, being super exploited. Life was a battle, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. Wow, rhymey. How are we any different then? The truth, we're both mercenaries of lowly birth and tissue. We both had our fair share of struggles, but whereas I sold my sword, you sold your comrades. Life taught me one thing is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. Enough talk! You will return to Ul'dah and face justice and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Yikes. Ding. Wait, what? I'm in a city? Oh boy. Hey. Ugh. That's a bunch of hidden for remorse. 'Tis well that this sort of business is finally at an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our allies more wisely than all my choice is. Gimme. Okay.
I've heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her.
I can't take that mustache and goatee combo seriously.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Okay, what am I doing? Alfie! What's up? Another favor! Ugh. Captain Edward, I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Robon, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. I have one last task for you. Return to Rising Souls and appraise MILF of all that has happened. Ah! Oh my goodness, wait, why is shield mode still on? Hold on. Hold on. How do I turn this off? Oh my goodness, what happened? I thought my bot usually shows up and turns it off automatically. Can I turn off shield mode through here? No, I can't. Stream, wait, hold on, how about here? Where's shield mode? Where is it? Oh my goodness, I can't do shield mode on the app. I hate this. It means I have to copy this because it's gonna automatically open up in, what is this? Google Chrome, and then I have to open it up in Firefox. Ugh, I hate this thing so much. Thank you for the oof, though. That's how I realized. Okay. Shield mode. How do I turn that off? Where's the button? Stop. Turn that off. Turn that off, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Why is this thing so complicated? It should just be press the shield mode button rather than, oh, press the shield mode button to open up a link in your internet browser. Ugh! Okay, anyways, everything should be fixed now. Turn the rising sun to praise MILF of what happened. I'm aware that answers in high regard. Very worship one and all the sailors. Okay. Bye, Alfie. I'm so sorry, Mobs! I don't know what happened! My bot that always shows up and turns it off when I start stream didn't show up today, so I'm very upsetty spaghetti. But I hope you're doing well. I don't know why that thing is purple and wiggling around like that, but... Okay, zoom in. Let's go. I gotta go talk to MILF. Okay. Close that map. Where are we going? South. This way. Boom. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da dum. Right, MILF in the solo, right? Yes, enter. All right, MILF.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino.
Okay.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Aline lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with White Auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Asian souls.
What?
Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
Oof.
'Tis our belief that an Asian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
So basically what you're saying is that we should just fire the giant Mako beam into their soul and then they'll die. Easy peasy. That's a great way to destroy meteor as well. And any ultimate
Our
weapons.
sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Hebrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, We believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether.
Hmm?
Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Hydaelyn placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Hydaelyn did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auricite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
I don't have any idea, sorry.
It would seem more research is in order.
Gonna have to science something
I'm
together.
going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auricite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you
Oh,
lend me a hand?
well.
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Oh, well.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Huh?
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the dark beings call the one true God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Okay, gimme. There's this XP and Gil. Not that I need the Gil.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus
Hello, camera.
showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Yeah, do we give us Ultima weapon? I don't remember.
The thing was dug up. It seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
A triple agent?
Triple? If you consider her
I was joking! I was referencing Indiana Jones!
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve.
Anti-capitalist robot! Wow!
I know you can hear me, monetarist scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished. Purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12. I swear it.
You should come to America. We have a huge problem with that. Ah! 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 Wow, little Chocoboko and
I shall have no
Muroboshi.
further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked.
Oh
such,
boy, look at
there
that!
shall always
Oh, we got
citizens
another
who feel
scam
aggrieved.
bot. Hold on, let me get rid of this real quick. There we go. I don't know where my bot went.
In the absence of a common
Oh,
cause,
I accidentally
it
clicked.
seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, It is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
We're gonna make it a democracy.
Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Let's just make new government right now. Easy peasy, am I right? Achievement unlocked. I don't know what this means. Can you remove that from my screen? Thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have junk in my inventory, right? Where is it? A what? Hold on, how do I, That's pretty cool looking, look at that. It looks like a woodwind instrument down at the bottom. A little bit. Cool, anyways. Oh, let me hide that again, I don't want that showing. Okay, hey, MILF, what is it? On. I'm most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. I think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, the Signs need not shoulder the burden alone. We're not the Crystal Bears established for this very reason, question mark? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Ran in particular is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the race. Nah, I give up. I'm gonna go live in a hut in the middle of nowhere. What do we have the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest ranking officers was a Guardian agent. So, is it always the Immortal Flames, or does the corrupted one change based off of which company you join? Because the only reason why I picked the one I did is because the home base was in Gridania, and that's it. Suffice to say, that person and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Robon needs our help, and I will direct the Braves to offer what support they can. I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders. However, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be for the best if I were to remain in Ulda, unless you have an objection? Question mark. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Brie does research his proceedings plan? Question mark. This is what she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Roger is pouring over, some making sands, the other contributing in the roadways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Ren, while I focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphinaud and his Braves with theirs. Ugh, what's the task? It would do much to restore faith in the immortal flames, as if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Okay. Not that your response. Not that your response was ever a doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Real's latest report. It has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information, others which kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command in order to investigate the Uldon riots. When you're finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Via cell phone. Okay. Where is this person at? Okay, just right outside. Okay. Excuse me? Hey! Eye patch. How come you look like, what's his name? I forgot his name. Final Fantasy VIII. The blonde one with the face tattoo. That was just real three-head. What's his name? I want to say it starts with a Z, but I don't remember. It's bad memory. Pleasure as always, you'll be escorting the commander to Ulta, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind. If you'd be so kind as repeat your report to your benefit. Alright. So tired today. Me and mine been making inquiries into the source of the weapons. I found the way into refugee hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising, a rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. Thought this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that for whatever reason would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchants but caught an arrow while talking to Randonit. Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to interfere before they collect their goods. Using weapons before they fall in the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you? Cool. Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Blair, Highbridge, and intervene when the exchange takes place. However, excuse me, I must leave for Ulda. I expect good tidings. Okay, bye. are my boots so tall? Look how tall my boots are. Hold on. Look how tall my boots are. They go all the way up to my... all the way go up almost, like, all the way up my thighs, like Jesse from Team Rocket style. Ugh, I hate yawning so much, it's so annoying. Oh boy, where's the nearest? Oh boy, this place is... Where am I going? Your home. So thankful for this. It's good by keeping a close eye on the Black Rocketeer, and it would seem his guests have arrived. We also see me had hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common sense and no consequence, but nevertheless opposed to that. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath the man of your standing, and Commander Liverwood have displaced you hither, but powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it is only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Come on. What level are you? 50. Oh, cool. We're in the same boat here. Now then, oh, okay. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape with me! Okay. This place is so pretty. This really didn't take a million years to go anywhere. Hey! I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry created structure, my man will slip past and catch the Black Rocketeer unawares. Sounds good! Once you dispose of those thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck! Okay. Okay, now I actually gotta sit up straight so I can use both hands and play the video game. Oof! My ankles! Hold on. Where's regen? There we go. I'm gonna give you another regen. There you go. Oh, I forgot. Down here? Wow, look at that. Doing the same quest at the same time. Wow, what are the odds? Hmm. I don't understand. What's all this about? Ah! Chocobo. What's up? Oh. Dead person. Oof! As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out, but before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. I forced me to underestimate him, bring an inexperienced result. Recruit. Commander Levu will be most disappointed. Ugh, golden opportunity wasted. Ugh! As for the clients, though we know not how they slip past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dusk white cell swords we suspect may be them. But that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Unless we're here to aid them, they're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. So tired of yawning. And I'm also tired. Don't get a day off until Wednesday, though! Ugh. I will join the first in their hunt for the dusk white cell swords. If the odds are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask you to deliver these weapons to Old my said. Listen to the third, take care of the rest. My crate now, smile. Hold on. Why did the thing do the thing? Take me to the steps. Isn't Alfie here or something? Wait, where am I going? Weaver's Guild is the closest. I haven't been there in a bit, actually. You, Hase, no. Okay, stop. Here you go. Warrior Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in the crisis. Now what brings you to us this day? There you go. Drops giant box. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Elwood, you say? Understood. Once you catalog the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? No. Hero stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. Yep. But this is all we found because someone decided to stab the guy before he could ask questions. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Rio is unfamiliar with the ways of well-done merchant. Whoever's tried to present themselves as greater than they are, well, this information was not completely erroneous, and we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, you've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Guardians up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. Class! If you have no further need for us, then I shall take my unit to this Cerulean processing plant. Henceforth, they're under keep a fight well, Allian, for the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured the Immortal Flames will hear your contribution until we meet again. Peace. Ran a word if it please ye. Not here, look at me at the Sapphire Avenue exchange and for Woods Link this time, don't you worry. Eh? Okay, where is that? Oh. Okay, let's just walk. Hey. Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversation goes unnoticed. I'll get to the point at the burning wall when you and the captain interrupted the exchange. What happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. These dusk whites, they were changing. Those words that we lost the trail. You ever saw them yourself? Not before the fighting started or not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not lost enough to be misled by some merchants' drunken boasts. Our information was reliable. I know he purchased those weapons. I know it. I know it. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back that source. Did plenty of that back when the raids were getting started. Believe me, the commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking guilt from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows acquire and the first and third get shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend, I got a lot in my mind these days, and I appreciate lending an ear. Right then, best get back to it. Someone's calling my cell phone. Ren, can you hear me? This is Sato! President, you got some ready still. Please come here and see me as soon as you're able. Okay, fine. Okay, make sure we go. Thank you for coming so quickly! We have guests from Ishgard, which speak to you the most determined lady by all the indications. Okay. Our guest is with the understanding of the solar prayers, and let's keep moving, shall we? Okay. Ba 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 ba. MILF.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Oh, thank goodness, voice acting.
I believe the two of you have met.
Briefly, right? You're the...
We have.
Yeah, the
I had
second in
hoped to speak
command
with
or
Commander
someone?
Leveilleur
Yeah.
as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer.
Okay.
The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
Oh boy, what is it?
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragon Star burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertier Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragon Star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald. Only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Ugh. Forgive me if I state art which you already know, but I've been sure that you have understand the nature of your destination. As we were just saying, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. Let's see, 15 years ago, the next step is the campaign to subjugate Eorzea. Gaius von Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona, so massive was the force out of the victory, a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea that day. Because some legendary guardian of the Silver Tear Falls burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the guardian airships overhead. In what later became known as the Battle of the Silver Tear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrias. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's Cerulean engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silver Tear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake's waters and crystallizing aether for miles around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with their wishes, our Daman allies have been standing watch over the keeper of the lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own task. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. That's a lot of words. Ugh. Okay, where are we going? Okay, well, whatever. I don't care. Fast travel. I know I could just turn around and walk out the door, but like... There we go. This way. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm totally the wrong way. Oh, wow. Look at that. And look at those repeating textures. Wow. How do I make myself go down? Where am I? There we go. Hey! Here in Luxor, I was about to send word to Reverend Soul about the Guardians. Of late, I've seen small airships likely from Castrum Century come and go from the Keeper of the Lake, though I cannot say for certain that this is they may I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true that the Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage and the aforementioned guardians who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comments to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. It's the only viable approach, I say. Oh no. I gotta climb another gamer tower. NPCs, let's go. Okay, let's go. The Keeper of the Lake. This kind of reminds me of Lake Brescia in 13. Just a little bit. Okay. Ow. Okay, where are we going? crabs, huh? Excuse me. Yep. Okay, onward, let's go. We found treasures? Nope. Let's... Oh, there's a thing, hold on. I gotta go mess with this first. Ah! I got licked. Ooh, big boss. What are you guys doing? Uh-oh. Ah! Ow! I'm too slow. Wait, isn't this the name of like a airship or something? Phew, we did it. Deactivate the Guardian barriers. Did that thing drop anything? Ooh, wait, hold on. Give me a treasure chest here. Yep. Got it? Nice. Ooh, key. I'll take that. Oh my goodness, it scared me. What is that? Barrier is no more. Provisional research camp. Ah! Ow! Go on, stop, move, 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 move. Ow. Oh, you got it? Perfect. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go grab this. Ow. Wow! What a fun and engaging video game! Well, I want this before I go grab that. Gimme, gimme! Good. Oh boy. This a boss fight, it sure is. Gunship. Okay. Hey. Nope, I should probably heal you. Ow, I got some burns. I assume. No. I assume. But I don't know where my Asuna went. Oh, there it is, right in the middle. Oh my goodness. I am so bad at this game. Defeat? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Ooh! Launches a surprise assault. Oh boy. What am I casting? Ah! Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the follow. It's everything's really loud, but I super appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the streams. Where am I going? Here. Ah! Stop! Stop moving. Very chill, very nice. I'm bad at video games, so don't yell at me. Where to? This way. Wait, what? Ow! Oh, thank you. I was like, why does it say this way if there's nothing there? Mapping the realm, keeper of something. I don't know. Ugh.
Who treadeth now upon my bones?
Uh-oh.
And waketh me from slumber.
Oh boy, did we just... Uh-oh. Go walk upon the tower and make sure that the worm doesn't wake up. Walks on tower, wakes up worm by walking on tower.
Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Looks like Leviathan. Roar! Okay, well. Disgust. Oh boy. Yet full of fear is thy heart. Ah! Ooh, laser beam. Stop. No! Oh, did I get it? I don't know, I was so busy healing I kind of forgot that we were in a big, intense fight that could be won. I got long coat of aiming. Oh, they're there. They want to take pictures of me. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I got plot to do.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
What? Oh my goodness, I forgot autoplay.
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall.
It's got a pretty halo.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds.
Why though?
We do not forget. We do not forget.
Well, you should have solved that before all the fathers died or whatever.
7 children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent.
I have no idea what that means.
Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
The piano. Oof! Dead lol. Oh boy, I'm in the summoning circle. Uh-oh. Who's slurping out all the color?
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
Hey, wait a second.
Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Hey, I was using that. Oh, look, it's so tiny. And slimy looking.
Their covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
Wait, somebody, hold on. You may summon. You can summon by selecting corresponding entry within your minion guide. I have a minion. Cool, cute. I forgot how to do minions. I was beginning to fear the worst. What are those explosions I saw? You shouldn't waste your time talking to me. Often I left a message saying that you would return to Rising Suns at once. Meow. Where are we going? Oh my goodness, there's so much ether in the air. It's extra thick. Ooh, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to level 56. Ooh! Alfie! Where's the 12 of you out of the hole? Oh, I came as soon as Buff informed me of Sarah's request. You have completed your investigation. Keep your leg. Can't take it, then I would hear your report. Oh. Ha 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 ha. About that. You converse with Midgard so much where anyone else makes such a claim I regard with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Oh boy. Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelt in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambition at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, each card shall burn. Yeah, that was kind of spooky. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with yours woman in its entirety. You acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravani at its grave at necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relation with this guard, truth cannot leave this room. Okay, fine. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Eric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Okay. What's up, MILF? There's something you're not telling us, Ren. Yeah, kind of my blessing, Seem different sometimes. It's almost as if you're missing something important. About that. 12-4, man! Miss Storm, stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? I'm okay, I guess. It's a relief you're here, otherwise unharmed. It's Begar's belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Maker some made adventure of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertip Hall states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the great worm. Once again, Nemea, brother Time and sister Fate to create that Midgard someone will ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Idylum herself? Well, if he's watching over you as he claimed, mayhap he will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. I never realized that there was a giant hole in the back of her skirt. Ah! Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? The first one. What hast thou wrought by thy own hands, mortal? Thinking emoji.
My friend, I can scarce believe it.
Yes,
you confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
I forgot how annoying Alfie's voice is.
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
What's up, Alfie?
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Speak with Alfie. Done. The Ishgarians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet, regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgarians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard Summer who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Till such time as they choose to request a raid. However, we can do not but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Gimme, gimme! I believe Breda has requested the gathering of the signs. I assume there's some progress concerning our efforts to comfort the Asians. Pray inform her that our business with the Guardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communication with the Crystal Braves. If I didn't have to read out loud, I would be going through this so fast. Here, how about this? When we talk to Moon Breda right here, I'm just gonna click and read through it at my normal reading pace so you can see how fast I normally read. Okay, talk to me. See, that would have taken me a million years to read out loud. Okay. Talking to MILF again. Let's go. Let me in. Let me in. Every time I see the name of the solar place, I keep thinking of the, what do you call it? Those solar board things from Treasure Planet. That one movie. From like a million years ago. I don't know if it was like Disney or DreamWorks or whatever. But anyways. Now we go back to talking or reading out loud if there's not voices here. Who is it? Oh! Waifu!
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, yes, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know.
Oh, thank you so much! I needed this. I haven't played this game in 2 years.
Its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Asian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
And then what are you gonna do with it while it's in there?
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Asian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Asian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
What are you? Oh my goodness.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the great river of ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
What about if we just lure them to have a fight?
Tap their power from afar.
What?
A mile away, say?
What?
If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
Yeah, sure, that'd be nice. Figure it out then.
I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
When the game doesn't want to give super long scientific explanations, feels bad, man.
Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Maybe.
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Vendred and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Yastola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Cool. Very nice.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Yes! Okay, hold on. I wanted to check something real quick before we head off. Alright, where am I going? Where's Alfie? Outside, okay. I was googling where to find crumpets in Final Fantasy XIV if you were asking. Could seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing line. This feels like my average work week. It's like, oh yeah, you want a break? Well, guess what? Someone has an emergency and you need to cover their shift now. The fourth wave have already deployed to the area, awaiting the arrival of the science. Wildred will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at headquarters in Ulda. I shall take command of our forces there with lighter heart, knowing that you go to the support of one's lines. Your duties take you to northern Thanalan, do they not? Alright, let's turn that off. We too must say our farewells to the rising sun for time. Should we try to levy to serve as escort? At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations. We're threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold position of power, you see. And it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the science cause. If past events have taught us anything, we all know that Ereza must present a united front or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Acelia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that my notes stand not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. Colleague with influential connections, but I fear that has become a place of danger even for one so familiar with our streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard so much as glares in your direction, milady. What is that? Oh my goodness. What a pose. Ahaha, I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way then? Meow. Peace. So long. Alright, to the processing plant we go, huh? Hold on, I need to go see if any junk things get repaired. Repair all my stuff. There you are, Wilred. Here, it's called the cerulean processing plant. Like, look at how much blue there is coming out of that. Very nice. Commander, that word that you becoming a burner of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amaja. But return to the task at hand. Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling. Rabon's push, such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Guardians could begin marching on us at any time. Please speak with Lieutenant Onizuka about coordinated counter strategy. Ugh, I hate reading. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. Oh. I hate that I'm so slow at reading out loud. Kinda sucks. I can read fast, I promise. I'll read this to myself. Sure, okay. That was nice, not having to read anything out loud. Save me voice! I wish I had voice acting for all of us. We've been keeping a close eye on that Guardian garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the costume are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take the field to meet this assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow Scions of the situation. And I'm heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alion and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. Okay. Just immediately turn right back around. Papa Limo! Restore! Glad to have you with us. As I'm sure Lieutenant Adostana explained, the Guardians have deployed a small force from Castra Meridianum. Okay. The main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. I think I need a nap. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the planet and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert! Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows lend a hand to the Braves with such mighty heroes at its disposal. Force should have little trouble contending with the aliens might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless holed up in Olda, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the planet's defenses and added their numbers to your counterattack. Reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Guardians. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. Ooh, yikes, that'd be bad. There are no objections. The Science shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. Wow. You're with the third warrior of light. Your job will be to intercept these squads and hide out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. Hey! When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuhase, as scouts should have a rough idea where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Ugh. I think I might need a new webcam at some point. I've had this one since like 2016, so... No, 2017? End of 2016. I don't remember. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave road to greater coin. Ugh. Anytime anyone mentions money in this game, I'm just like, ugh, gross. Now this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, so it's better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts. I imagine we need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own area to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Ah! I'll hydrate. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I forget to drink water sometimes. I just be simple search and destroyed. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting! Ugh. Okay, Earth Sprite. Anyway, it's right there. I can see it with my eyes. Hold on, let's actually just... Stop! No, wait! Hold on! Freeze! Oh, I hate these things. Hold on. Ugh. Okay, how do I get off? How do I get off again? How do I get off of this thing? Okay, there we go. My desk is too messy for this. Oh my goodness, why am I? Stop. Any more people? Okay, perfect, okay. Flame server, ugh, ugly, gross. Why am I going this way? That's not a loop around. Ugh! Oh boy, there's earth sprites in here. Now. You seem grim-side. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few hours when we make it back to the classroom. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I had never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Allian know the west is now clear. I would appreciate if you do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edlestein. Hey! Ah! Okay. Where is that? Hey! Corporal! What news of the Guardians? I murdered all of them. Rating powers are no more than excellent. You know, engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you for your assistance. Okay. Back up to 300,000 now. Hooray. What is this? I don't know what, whatever. Must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Allian has reported a sound victory over the main column. Worries me that the sides have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The lady with the large eyes, who had appeared, shows to remain excited battle. I know a lot of times keep surface surgically but I don't know what it does. That would place the Wonderland even for a case. Even for a capable sort such as her, I would certainly feel better about doing things if you could check it out before you continue on your way. Alright, where are you? Oh, way over there. Ugh. Can't touch me while I'm in a cutscene.
Hold on, I won't be a second.
Oh, finally voice acting, yes.
The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me, an axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it.
Suddenly explodes.
So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
I'm not a fan of swords. I use sticks.
He senses
Magic.
me.
Uh-oh.
A useful talent.
Uh-oh.
Hanassian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales.
Nerd.
And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this?
Oh well, what's
I do not
this?
sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydelin has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the stuff.
What?
With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
Eh? I don't think
What
that's
did
good.
that bastard want with us? Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff.
Louis Soir? I don't know who that is. Is that
in danger.
the one?
We have to get
Oh
back to
yeah, the
Rising
staff in
Stones.
the behind Melf and the solar thing. Uh oh. Okay, well. Okay, time to go. Let's go inside. You're here! Meow. Master Louis saw stopped Captain Solo quickly! Gotta go! Gotta go fast! No. Oh no! It's gone!
You too.
Hold on, let me go back to pressing the play button on this.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting.
Oh
You
yeah.
have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
Ha ha ha, get it? Cause yeah.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you.
Enlighten.
The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
No, no.
You will not harm her!
Oof. Deadlow?
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power.
Oh, the little rock thing in there. Ooh, oh.
Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings.
Where's the horn? I want
How
it.
else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals?
Well, thanks for telling me.
Requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Hey! Don't touch the MILF! Leave her alone! Opens up darkness portal, Kingdom Hearts style. Bwam, 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 bwam. Bwam, 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 bwam. Bow, bow, bow.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
Go! Into the portal! The chrysalis, now accessible! Okay, that's spooky. We gotta let me go. Okay, but before we go, I'm just gonna take a real nice long look at all of this stuff that I got here. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Do I have anything that increases my stuff? Nope, can't wear that. Okay, what about this? Bum, 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 bum. Ah! Pop up on my computer for, I don't know, whatever you call it. Can I get some pants or gloves or something? Can't wear either of those. Oh well, how about hats? I didn't have any cool hats. I already looked at the hats. Wear those. Healing. Ooh, I'll wear that. What about this? Anything fun? I'll equip that. What am I wearing now? Okay. Cool. I think that's good enough. Alright, anyways, we're going in here now. Oh, it's a full party. Look at that. Look at all of them. I probably should have done this while or before clicking on my stuff. I didn't know it was a full party, you need actual people to join you thing. Cool. Light party. The full party! Yay! Uh-oh. Blech. Oh boy, I have to fight you? Okay, I have to like sit up with like proper posture now, don't I? Ugh. Ah. Oh, where'd he go? Uh-oh. I have no idea what's happening. Stand behind the void, all life to the perfect darkness. Oh boy, myself. Ow. Are you done? Okay, cool. I don't know what limit break does. Ah! Nope, nope, I gotta cast Raise. Where's Raise? Ah! Nope, nope. Oh boy. Oh, we all died. Okay. This is a problem. Uh-oh. Help! Uh-oh. Heal me, please! Okay. Huh? Secret Ocean Man. Oh, we did it! Yay! Oh, we did it! Yay, MILF! We saved the MILF! Can I talk to you, or are you just kind of... Oh, whatever. My thanks.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
Uh-oh. Quick! Quick! Get the soul, quick!
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
thing, yeah.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
We didn't even make the sword thing yet, though. But how are we gonna...
What trickery is this? No. No! You cannot! No!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
Use the what? Oh, the staff. Oh, okay, that thing.
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light.
Yeah! Yeah! What? There's a shield on it. Why?
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me. I shall make you pay for your insolence.
Oh boy.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louis Soir, I understand now. The choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger.
No, the ship is gone forever.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
Yeah.
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Not anymore, you aren't. -1. Hehehe.
Moonbreeder. She's gone.
Completely vaporized. Crazy, huh?
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
+1 relic!
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
Oh, you're too late!
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Ariange know?
Now you will.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, whole self-sacrifice stuff, yeah.
The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Alright, cool. MILF! Let's talk. Never ever seen a energy so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. We shall gather in the Shyland Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life and mourn her passing. I don't know where that is. Which one do you want? Aim. Die. I don't know, I'll take the determinate. I don't know what any of that means. Ugh. As a reader of the native of Shyland, I feel it's only fitting we gather before the mark of the scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? Nope! This monitor found Rotherfrost is sacred to the guardian deity of the city of learning. There's a play for different soul, the bitter peaceful return to the light of the mother crystal. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna leave stream here. I'm really tired. I need to take a nap before I go to work. So I have to close out work today, and I'm just so tired. I don't have time to sleep anymore. I got like one singular day off work every week. I hate it. I'll stream tomorrow though. Same time.